Good evening. This is the New Canaan Police Department Police Commission special meeting of December 15th, 2021. It's 5 p.m. Let's go through the agenda minutes from the previous meeting.
No comments from me.
Okay, I only had one, and mine was on topic 3A. When they talked about the annual holiday stroll, we had a date, but it didn't include a date there. Was that the same date as December 3rd?
Yes.
It was, so that I just misread it, I guess. In addition, because she wanted it close from 2 to 9.
Yeah, there were two.
To there, and then
That's all of Elm Street.
all of Elm Street.
It was the same evening.
It was the same evening. Okay, got it. So there's no correction there. I had no additions or corrections.
Neither did I. No.
Okay. Accept the minutes as reported. All those in favor? Aye.
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 Unanimous. Okay. Chief, monthly department reports, please.
Sure. The first report is the budget. We are at 37.20. We should be at 41.65. So we are under budget somewhat. So that's good news so far. No real concerns other than we're starting to see an emerging issue with some of our vehicles related to water pump failures, which is kind of expensive. And I may be asking for more money in that repair line for next budget, trying to figure out what's covered by warranty, what isn't, and the challenges that dealerships are so backed up. Sometimes our vehicles are down for weeks, and highway department's having a challenging time getting the repairs done. I'm trying to work with them to see what we can do, but that's just
Is it on the new cars, the Fords?
yeah, it's a Ford,
Is it
the Explorers. They're starting to see water pump failures. Apparently other agencies and other towns are seeing the same thing.
Strange.
It's only $100 part, but it's apparently 8 or 9 hours of labor, so it's expensive.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that's just a
Annoying.
emerging issue. Hopefully it won't impact us, but you never know.
Okay.
Animal control budget is at 36.50, so that's under budget too, so that's good news. Good. No concerns with the budget. Next item I have is monthly statistics. I'll just highlight some items. Burglaries 7 versus 13, so they're down, but we have been seeing the Friday afternoon burglars. We haven't seen one in a few weeks, but other towns in Fairfield County are seeing that group, so just everybody should be aware and call on any suspicious vehicles. And typically it's late afternoon or early evening through a glass door, so I put the awareness out, so hopefully everybody's aware about that. It's a very specific time frame, so I wanted everybody to be concerned and aware about that.
Okay, yeah, especially with the holidays and people are away.
Sure.
They do,
And they're
put their,
hitting houses that have alarms and they're in and out very quick, but just like I say, call on any suspicious vehicles or people and we'll come investigate. Be aware, set your alarm, lock your house, secure your valuables.
Yep.
All good common sense stuff. RCs from vehicles 42 versus 44. Family dispute 56 versus 41. That's a pretty big increase. Not all of those are domestic violence per se, but they're labeled as family disputes. So certainly a tough time of year. Usually we see more family disputes this time of year than any other because the holidays, the stress related to that.
Okay.
Motor vehicle accident property damage 323 versus 214. That's a significant increase, likely entirely connected to COVID and more traffic, so not a real concern. Injury 33 versus 27. That's still kind of low comparatively to the overall increase in property damage on the accidents. So that's good news, but mostly people get hurt in accidents, certainly. A stolen vehicle 36 versus 27. And this past weekend, we had an attempt to steal a vehicle. He was in it, but the car was blocked in by other cars. So the thieves could not get the car out of the driveway, but they did damage other vehicles in the driveway. So, can't say enough, lock your car, take your key in, and you won't become victim. So that's a trend that continues throughout Fairfield County. So statistics report, staffing report, 26% lost time compared to 16.45 and 38.26 in same month, November 20, November 19. Shifts lost is about 243, which is about 59%. excuse me, higher than that. It's 243, 26%. The minimum shifts worked is about 59% or 56 times. So staffing, we're okay. Contributors to staffing efficiencies are, we have a couple of officers that are SROs, which is an exceptional program that will continue certainly forever. One officer on military leave, one on injury leave, and one is administrative duty. So that all impacts our staffing, but we're in a pretty good spot so far this year. Reports.
Okay, then let's go through the budget for 2022-23.
Sure. It's a quick snapshot of what our budget looks like at this present time. So first, page 3, FY23 animal control. Budget request for FY23 is 111,354, 6.4% increase, and that's related almost entirely to retirement transitioning for animal control officer who intends to retire a year from so 2023 and excuse me 2020 2023 year, and a year from now we're going to transition a part-time person so that she or he can take over for Allison, who's done an exceptional job over the years. We're going to miss her certainly, but that's connected to that increase there. 6 capital summary, $277,000 is our ask, 24% decrease compared to FY22. FY22 had a lot of accountability items that drove up our capital items, so it's coming back to normalizing to some degree. Critical equipment replacement, vehicles and equipment, tasers, bulletproof vests, in-car cameras. That's the last part of our police accountability implementation for several of our vehicles. Fixed license plate readers, which I believe is going to be an exceptional tool for us solving and preventing a lot of these crimes that are happening. Other towns and cities in Frederick County use a similar system, and they can't say enough about how successful they've been in using them. So I'm hopeful that all the boards approve that. Speed sentries, a couple of speed sentries that we can put out there if the public loves that, and it's great for data gathering. Defibrillators, which are AEDs, they're approaching their end of life, so we need to replace those certainly because they do save lives. And the mobile fingerprint device, good news is, surprisingly, the state has said they're going to give us one. Once I gather more information, if that's in fact true, then I'll be able to take that off for our capital item request because the state's going to give us one. So that would be certainly good news for us.
Okay, and then vehicles, how many vehicles?
3 vehicles.
Yeah. We sort of go 3, 2, 3.
3, 2, 3. Yep,
And we're staying on that cycle.
it's been working.
It works out great.
It's pretty healthy.
And just so people know that those car cameras are part of the Police Accountability Act. We haven't used them as much because we have officers with cameras on them, which is a lot more efficient. And
We've had body cameras
Body
for
camera
about
years.
7 years.
Yeah.
And they've been great.
Yeah.
But this is a requirement. So we have to have them in the cars and on the officer's body. So it's a system that has to work together now. So that's why it's a lot more expensive and challenging to implement that versus just having body cameras, which we've had for many years. So something we can't avoid.
Okay.
Page 8, FY23 operating summary. Our request is $6,847,841, and just the other day, I believe the increase is going to be about 3%, even though here it says 2.9%, and bulk of that is related to labor agreement obligations and contractual wage increases, et cetera. And like I mentioned, I am considering adding some monies to our vehicle repair lines to cover possible repairs related to that trend we're seeing with water pumps failing, the SUVs that we have. So that will likely be the only change to our operating budget. Then page 9 is our offset that we've done for several years, and typically we always come under budget, so that's not a concern, should be fine. Overtime request is 535. We're forecasting about 525 this year, and actual last year was 484,579. So that was lower than our actual budget, so we try to be very careful on how we spend money, but we're expecting some increases due to wages and things like that, so I'm asking a little more money than last year. Last year was 530. That is all I have for budget.
Okay, any questions? Other questions?
I don't think.
Okay, good. How about traffic reports and updates?
Have anything, don't have anything critical pending.
Okay,
We have a couple of the traffic studies that are in draft form.
right.
We have one that's finished for Old Stanford Road that was sent to the state. That's following around in the state bureaucracy. And then Carter Street and Silver Mine is in draft form.
That's that curve, that sort of that S curve.
Yeah.
Have there been many accidents there?
Not a lot of accidents, but it is a challenging intersection.
Yeah,
because there's no line of sight coming out of Carter Street. So if you are coming out
Right.
of Carter Street, you can't see traffic coming towards you.
Yeah, you kind of got to do a strange out and around.
So it is a challenging intersection. So we're gonna look at it and see if there's anything that can be done. And there may not be that we can reasonably do. You know, a couple of things they just plotted out was like a rotary there. It's just not enough room to plant one there. And you know, that just wouldn't work. It's, you know, real estate wise.
That would be interesting.
Yeah.
That might cause more accidents. Than,
Yeah. So,
Oh my God.
so other than that, and then update from Tiger this morning, the Main Street work should be finishing up this week. So Main Street should be clear of
Good.
construction for was it Aquarian is
Right.
finishing up their work this week. So that should conclude Friday, possibly Sunday and Monday. So hopefully we'll be clear of that, and the temporary water mains will be gone and all that. Things will start to get back to normal. Won't get repaved until next spring because the asphalt plants are closed, but there's gonna be a lot of paving done next year. A lot.
Good.
So
We need it.
we need it, yeah.
Okay. Anything else? Jim?
Nope.
Okay, letters of appreciation. Oh, just lastly, any news on that Smith Ridge driveway?
No,
No,
I haven't-
follow up
no,
on
I've
that.
not heard of
Okay.
it.
Okay,
I haven't heard back from them, so I don't know
where went?
where their request went.
Okay. Chief letters of appreciation.
Sure. The first memorandum you have is from Lieutenant Obrink related to Officer Coughlin. She does a great job for us, and we're very grateful for her work as the community impact officer. In fact, she's transitioning out first of the year, and Officer Bartuli will become the community impact officer, and Officer Coughlin will be back on a shift. So this specific memo is related to her work related to a larceny ring that's been operating in Connecticut in our town. And she used GPS tracking data to assist another agency in covering a vehicle. Great work by her. And Lieutenant Obrink summarizes it at the end, saying, Officer Coughlin's diligence and extraordinary attention to detail was instrumental in helping Farmington Police with their burglary investigation. She's being recognized for her continued outstanding police work and always going above and beyond. So great work by Officer Coughlin there.
They recovered the vehicle. Do we know what the outcome of did they catch the burglars?
I believe it's an ongoing investigation. I'm not aware that they found.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next,
Do we think that they were operating here in New Canaan as well?
yeah, they were I think they were doing larcenies in Japan.
Yeah.
Specifically, I think it was related to Berwyn Park. If I recall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or credit cards.
This is a group that comes up when the weather's nice. They come up from Florida and it's called the Felony Lane Gang, and they hit our parks.
The
And
what gang?
Felony Lane Gang. If you Google it, you can find it. And they literally fly up, rent cars, conduct a bunch of thefts, larcenies, and at some point, I think they left Fairfield County with nearly $100,000 worth of theft, and then they go back down and disappear. And
Spend the money and then
yeah, it's organized crime for sure, right? So
Yeah.
it's one of those fears that we have in the parks of people coming in and stealing identities, and that's the other part is they not only just steal, they go to the bank, they'll pretend to be the person, they'll try to withdraw money from the accounts and whatever money's in the car, but months or years later they'll steal identities and they'll leverage that open credit cards, and things like that. So it's
So they'll have the cards, but they wait months or years to,
so people kind of let their guard down, and then all of a sudden,
Huh.
it's concerning.
Yeah.
So it's, believe it or not, they're operating here in Fairfield County and New Canaan. Next, letter of appreciation for Officer Rienzi. Specifically, he's being identified for showing selfless help on a very cold night, and the citizen states Officer Rienzi is a great credit to the New Canaan Police Department, to our town. Please convey sincere thanks, and it's related to his vehicle being broken down, and Officer Rienzi assisting him. So great work there. That's a kind of nice thing.
Yep.
We're able to do.
yeah, he really went above and beyond.
No doubt.
Okay, State of Department, we got that.
Insight bulletin for you to read.
Yep, got it. And then other matters, state DOT letter.
John wrote that, right, John?
Or is that,
Or is that?
or is that just covered?
I think that was the one we sent to the state. And the road.
Okay, got it. Yeah, we read that. And then award memos.
That were related to physical fitness. Congratulations to Officer Dewey for his exceptional performance during the physical fitness test. He is getting Commissioner's Physical Fitness Award.
Okay,
And it's a $50 check. And Officer Conley for his good work. And he is getting the Chief's Award of Excellence, and he'll get his name on a plaque. Great work by both of those officers.
excellent. Okay. Any other business? Any new business?
No.
Nope. Nope. Okay, good. That will end our public session. We will go into executive session. We're going to do promotional interviews, just so that people know what we're up to up there. And that will start at 5:30. So we appreciate everybody being on, and I guess we need a motion to go into executive session.
So we go to executive session.
Second, all those in favor, aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, we're going to,
Can I just ask, are you coming back to regular session afterwards, or should we just?
yes, yeah, we will.
So Jennifer, could you put me into the waiting room and just bring me back? Thank you.
It won't be till probably after 8.
Because we have
Okay,
to,
never mind. I'm leaving. Thank you.
okay,
Ah,
1 second, Paul.
sure. Unmuted. Okay, we are now out of executive session. It is 8:10. We'd like to make an announcement here. So effective upon Lieutenant George's retirement, which we expect to be early part January 2nd of 2022, the commission wishes to promote Louis Gannon to lieutenant and Thomas Callanan to sergeant. The vote was 3-0 on each candidate, and we welcome their promotions and congratulate that to them. We also wish the others candidates continued success in the department, and we will and you will talk to them tonight
Yes.
as well.
Yep.
Chief. Okay. Motion to adjourn.
so moved.
All those in favor? Aye. Okay.
Thank you for your time
Thank you.
tonight and thoughtfulness.